Well, how y'all doing this morning? Hope y'all having a blessed morning. Gonna have to excuse my voice. I got a stand of trees out here, a few feet from my balcony, and it's fall. So, a friend of mine recently went to a movie theater, and they picked up some milk duds. Yeah, they still make milk duds and Junior Mints, and the cheapest place to get those is the Dollar General. I'm not fond of Junior Mints. I don't like them. Uh, They were my mother's favorite candy, peppermint patties and Junior Mints. But this is what you need to get when you go into a movie theater right here. Now, I cook and bake, and I have done both professionally. I'm not a top chef, but I have catered. I have, especially baking. I just don't do it like I used to, and I don't post all the videos that I make. But I'm getting ready to make some desserts here before long, post some videos, and I picked this up to make some cookies. I'll be sending some of them down to the office here in the apartments where I live. But this is what you want to get when you go into a movie theater or a can of mixed nuts. Now, I used to take my kids, being a single parent, I'd take them once in a while to a movie theater. And when I did, I'd stop at McDonald's, pick up some cheeseburgers, and bring them in my purse. And we'd be sitting there watching a movie, eating cheeseburgers, all right? And you put a couple cans of pop in a purse. It's amazing how much you can get into a purse. Personally, I don't hardly ever carry one. I had a wallet that was chained to my belt, but I worked in places where, security was an issue. So, but my mother always had one that was like a suitcase. Anyway, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, right? Saving a little money as a single parent. I'd smuggle some cheeseburgers in there and some pops, and if I could, I'd get us a bucket of popcorn. Of course, kids don't remember that, right? So yeah, when I was a teenager, I grew up in a town called Manchester in Connecticut, and they had what we called the Parkade, and there was a Zares in there at one time, or Bradley's. I think it was, I think it was a Bradley's. They don't even have Bradley's anymore. I don't think they have Zares either. And it was a strip mall, and there was a movie theater in there. And on the weekends, you paid through the nose to go see a movie, but during the week, certain times during the day, you could get in for like $2. And I went and seen Star Wars when it first came out. Yeah, I seen the original Star Wars when it first came out in a movie theater. I paid $2 to see it. I think it was on a Wednesday around noon. Yeah, uh, it's a wonder. You know, from what I understand, malls have closed down. I find that so hard to believe because I worked security in a mall, and malls were everything uh, back in the day. That's where people went to hang out. Now it's Walmart's. We all been relegated to a little store, right? So, and movie theaters have, they've gone their way too, right? So, uh, with Netflix and stuff like that. I don't get Netflix or any of those, but I do Creature Feature. I love Creature Feature. Shout out to Creature Feature. And I do Newcastle After Dark. Uh, and they have a lot of good movies on there, but I still keep a DVD handy. And I got a handful of my favorite movies. So if I ever lose Wi-Fi or anything ever goes down like that, I still have some form of entertainment, mental stimulation. And I'm very picky about my movies as well. Like I got The Mummy and Indiana Jones and stuff like that. I love those kinds of movies. Um, Not into horror movies or anything like that, really. Uh, but anyway, if they made it to the movie theater, I hope they had a good time. And that there's nothing wrong with bringing stuff, right? Because I remember when a medium bucket of popcorn was like $10. So I hope they use that money they made well because they sure ain't getting it now. Right? So anyway, shout out to Prepper Dale. Uh, he always is posting when Creature Features is running a movie on a Friday or a Saturday night. And he's the one that picked up some milk duds. So thanks for stopping in, for your thumbs up, for your comments, large or small. I appreciate them all. Y'all have a blessed morning. Bye bye.